shotgun is Trubisky, being chased out left. He'll try and run it, and he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Even though it's the opening drive of the game, he wasn't shy about taking off and running with the football, even knowing the defense is definitely going to take their shots at him, and that's exactly what they did. He better learn to slide, otherwise he won't be around to finish this one.
What? What's that single
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And he finds his tight end, Graham. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Now Trubisky to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
In his own end zone, it's Brady. Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Now the Brady-Gronk connection, certainly something to watch here with the Bucs in 2020. Of Tom Brady's 541 touchdown passes coming into 2020, Gronk's 78 were the most of any receiver. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer 1st down. But one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they were in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense, because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down. Shotgun is Jones. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down. Throwing is Brady on third down. And that will be incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
On fourth down, Joseph Charlton on the punt. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now it's Trubisky. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? The freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night. Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
At the 42-yard line.
This go around, he's hit behind the line and taken down. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
2nd and 11 at the 41. A play fake to Montgomery. Now Trubisky. That's complete to Demetrius Harris, the tight end. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. It will go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on the final play of this first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The Buck in their next possession. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense.
This is caught inside the 15. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 44 yards. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. The Pro Bowler Chris Godwin, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Brady gives this one off to Jones. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On third down, Brady. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Antonio Brown can wreak havoc in so many ways. Here he's able to cause a PI penalty.
He runs the defensive backs with such speed and power. I think it creates panic on their end, and a lot of times they just reach out and grab him, and that's the result there. A pass interference call.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Ronald Jones, his third touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board first here tonight. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Buccaneers 7, Bears nothing. Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
But conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light.
The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Well, this hasn't been their cleanest first half of football. Last thing they wanted to do was give it up to the opposition, but able to keep it as it goes out of bounds.
Yeah, tough first half, no doubt about it, but if they turn it over there, now things turn a little, how would you say it, dire, and they didn't need that hassle at all. So being able to take care of the football is paramount. Fortunate bounce for them there in order to retain it.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. Toss left to Montgomery. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
No gain on the
He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
They sure did, and remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Well, I haven't met an NFL player yet that doesn't use criticism as an edge, and Jimmy Graham has heard that a number of people think he's near the end of his career. He didn't put up the numbers he should have put up in Green Bay with Aaron Rodgers. I think he's going to put a huge chip on his shoulder. Nice catch there. He wants to show flashes of that form that he exhibited early in his career with New Orleans and Seattle.
A first trip to the red zone for the Bears. They have a first and 10 at the 18. Throwing here, Trubisky. And this is caught at the 8. And the Bears are going to be set up with a first and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
first and goal at the 6-yard line.
They'll run with Montgomery. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
He was brought down.
Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Second and goal from inside the 5. Trubisky will throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Now the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
So it looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Bucs defense, they'll celebrate the goal line stand. Oftentimes with these gadget plays, these fakes, we focus on the offense and say, hey, they practiced this week. They were, but the defense has practiced these situations too.
And just look at it this way. The two owners sitting up in their boxes, one is saying, boy, is my team well prepared, and the other one's like, I got to talk to my coaches. What were they thinking?
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 15.
Here's a throw caught by Gronkowski.
Brady's pass.
And there's a nice catch there by Rob Gronkowski. We all know the story. Came out of retirement, got himself traded to Tampa Bay from New England in order to reconnect with his favorite quarterback. And no one has caught more Tom Brady touchdowns.
In a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Take over 1st and 10.
They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. After the interception, here's Trubisky. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Another try after the first down sack. Trubisky gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
4th down.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Here we go on 4th down with Trubisky. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Levante David.
Trubisky's pass. Intercepted by the Buccaneers. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
So after the INT, it's Brady. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Incomplete. Intended for Chris Godwin. It leads to 2nd and 10.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Brady looking downfield for Jones. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Ronald Jones, incomplete. It's third down and 10 yards to go.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. The final shot before half for Brady. Looking downfield for Godwin. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Chris Godwin.
Chris Godwin, as time expires in the first half. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And it's good to make it 14-0. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Buccaneers out on top.
Hey,
As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman. NBA Sports halftime report. Coach.
You told me $45. I stole my motherfucking penny. I did. That this thing. I'm like, table. I'm like, you heard me. Table. You coming? Yeah.
Quite make it to the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now this time, Brady will throw. He's going deep for Brown. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Buster Screen. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Trubisky. Now they go screen. It's complete. Give him 9 yards on the 2nd down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And Robinson with a big catch. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Now Trubisky going to give this to Montgomery. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Trubisky finding his safety valve here. That's complete. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to it and forcing a 3rd down.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. it's Trubisky. Steps away to his left. And that is incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that. And they force another incompletion.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now. And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. What a play. It's a first down as they get 19 yards on the fake punt. A shotgun handoff to Patterson. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Trubisky to throw. Caught out left side by Robinson. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
Always thought Allen Robinson was a high flyer from his days at Penn State, and none of that has changed with the Chicago Bears. If you throw the ball out to the perimeter, if it's a 50-50 ball, more times than not, he's going to come down with it. And some say he was the victim of some subpar quarterback play last year. He didn't let that bother him at all. Stud 98 catches and over 1,000 yards receiving. Allen Robinson just goes out and plays hard each and every week.
Will find his man on the end route, complete. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home, because it's coming through loud and clear to you and me. This offense, they've been stuck in neutral much of the game, and on that last play, they actually went the reverse. I think this crowd would have liked neutral, don't you?
Yeah, neutral would have strongly been preferred. They'll take anything positive at this point. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. And that is going to be incomplete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Buccaneers defense holds and they get the football back. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. This is sort of what you would call the put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
That was a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
Brady going to fake the give to Jones and set up to throw. He's got Evans. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back now at Soldier Field. It's the Bucs. They've got the football. They also are in front here on the scoreboard as we start the 4th. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
7 yards there and a first down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
2nd and 6.
They'll try the option, left side. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. And I think the Bears have recovered. They have.
That would look like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth. Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 14 yards and a Chicago first down.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. And to the left side here, Wilson. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Albert Wilson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears capitalize on the fumble and turn it into 6. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Buccaneers 14, Bears 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a 1-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. On play action, it's Brady. Eluding the pressure right. And he fires one incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. 3rd down here.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
To throw on 3rd down. Brady, and that is incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. This will be fielded at the 17. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the Bears take over
at their own 30-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, and their defense forces that last punt. And now a chance to tie the game on this possession. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. 3 yards the gain there, second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch.
And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack.
I think it's overstating it to say that he came out of nowhere. But did anyone see 19.5 sacks coming from Shaq Barrett last year? And even after he became an acknowledged guy that you had to block, he still was able to get to the quarterback. Expects to continue on that level, and there he is, adding to his totals.
Able to convert on 3rd and 14, a terrific play call.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They go play action with Trubisky. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Another important fourth-quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Brings up 2nd.
From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he will get enough for a 1st down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Brady's throw there complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw, Brady. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. Not much there, only a yard. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. They'll try to run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game.
Loss of a yard on the play.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Brady to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There's pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And his kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too.
At their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they... Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. JPP cruising in for the sack that time.
If Jason Pierre-Paul just manages to stay on the field and play 16 games, we could have double-digit sack numbers and then some, because over his first 2 seasons in Tampa Bay, 21 sacks, earned himself a new contract, but hasn't been fully healthy. If Jason Pierre-Paul is that guy, look out. We'll see more plays as we just saw there.
Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Gronkowski. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 21, and his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Brady going to look to throw. Airing this one out for Evans. And got his man complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans, 79 yards. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
You said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone.
Tonight's final score.
So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Buccaneers, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
Sure what your motivation was. The fact is, you helped
Alright, Anthony, let me bring you something back, okay? I'm going by what I used to Jackie's, like a Mexican restaurant. Over there by my job. Look, the chain. I can just open it and so like into my hand. If you use my finger. That looks good. Down on the face. Your what? Your mask. My mask? Yeah. So you're gonna wear the rest of it? Yeah, because your mask is fucking dirty. This shit is priceless. Well, put my mask. No, not a mask.